Over the past several days, I've been keeping an eye on the wildfires in California. What really bothers me is how the year 2020 began with a massive wildfire in the US. These fires in California, especially in Los Angeles, have caused huge damage. The losses are estimated at around $150 billion, which is a massive blow for a powerful country like the US. Some reports say it might take about 10 years for Los Angeles to recover fully and get back to how it was. These fires could end up being one of the most expensive disasters in US history. While the US has faced big disasters before, like the 9/11 killed thousands of people, this one stands out when it comes to financial losses. Experts believe California's yearly GDP will take a serious hit because of these fires. Now, you might be thinking, isn't California's GDP different from the US GDP? That's true, but you need to understand that California is the most economically important state in the country. Many of the biggest US companies have their headquarters there. In fact, California's nominal GDP is similar to Germany's nominal GDP, which shows just how big this loss is for the US economy. If you're wondering how these fires started, the first step is to look at the areas that were hit. The map of the affected regions is striking. When you look at the United States, California stands out with major cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. Los Angeles, which is world famous, has been hit hard, with 4 major locations suffering severe damage. The fire didn't stay in one place. It spread across multiple areas, making the situation even worse. The Hollywood sign is still safe, is that many actors and actresses living in the Hollywood area have lost their homes because of the fire. This map here shows the extent of the damage. Several celebrities had to flee with their families to save their lives. Many well-known names have been affected, including Ben Affleck, who recently played Batman in Justice League, Steven Spielberg, an Oscar-winning director, Tom Hanks, Miley Cyrus, and Michael Keaton, another actor who once played Batman. Some of their homes are either completely destroyed or dangerously close to being burned. The situation is alarming because no one is sure how this fire started. Wildfires in California often happen because of extreme dryness. Once a fire begins, it spreads quickly due to the lack of moisture and the abundance of vegetation. In the past, lightning strikes have been a common cause. Lightning hits a tree, the fire spreads, and before you know it, it has burned through acres of land. I remember how the year 2020 began with huge wildfires in California, but in this case, it doesn't seem like lightning was the cause. The fire seems unusual because it scattered across specific locations. Investigators are now trying to figure out if this was intentional. One of the most basic tools for fighting fires in the US is fire hydrants. These are installed almost everywhere, and firefighters connect their hoses to them to combat fires. However, in this case, many fire hydrants reportedly had no water. The California government did not anticipate a fire of this scale, with multiple locations burning simultaneously. Trump even remarked, "No water in fire hydrants," emphasizing how this failure allowed the fire to grow uncontrollably. If water had been available in the initial stages, the fire might have been contained sooner. It's also clear that the state government did not anticipate the rapid spread of these fires. Having followed the situation closely from the beginning, I find it hard to believe that this was caused by natural factors alone, however. Investigations are still ongoing to determine the exact cause. Another major challenge is the continuous Santa Ana winds, which are fueling the spread of these fires. As long as these strong winds keep driving the flames, it will be difficult for the US to gain control. I remember how the year 2020 began, with huge wildfires in California. But in this case, it doesn't seem like lightning was the cause. The fire seems unusual because it scattered across specific locations.